Indirect object pronouns are what we use when we want to indicate to whom or for whom something is being done. So let's make sure we can pronounce these first, and then I'll show you how they work. They're not too complicated at all. So if something is being done to or for me, we'll say me. Something is being done to or for you, we'd say te. To or for him, her, or you formal, right? Usted. That would be le. To or for us, that would be nos. To or for y'all, that's the ustedes, that's y'all used, the informal used only in Spain. And then to or for them or you all, the more formal one that we use, we would say les. Okay, so let's see how each of these would be placed in a sentence. So here are some examples of sentences. Now I want to point out right here that yo cocino la pizza means I cook the pizza. Notice I am the one doing the action. Yo digo la verdad. I tell the truth. Yo doy el libro. I give the book. The question here is, to whom or for whom am I cooking this pizza? To whom am I telling the truth? To whom did I give the book? Well, the answer to these questions is the indirect object. And the pronoun that goes with your indirect object are these things that you see in the chart, this le. Okay, so this whole sentence all together means I cooked the pizza for my mother. Notice a means to or at in Spanish. So the way this would translate directly would be I cooked the pizza to my mother. So notice that difference and try to make that see we use for, and that's a different word in Spanish. Okay, so if I'm having a conversation and I say yo le cocino la pizza a mi madre, that means I cooked the pizza for my mother. But if you and I were talking and we already were talking about my mom, you already know that I'm talking about my mother. I could take that part off and I could say, yo le cocino la pizza. I cooked the pizza for her. Notice how the le, the for her, we would put that at the end in English. It's placed before the conjugated verb in Spanish. So yo le cocino la pizza. I cook the pizza for her. See, the for her comes at the beginning of the sentence, not at the end like it does in English. Okay, but if we didn't know who you were referring to, and I just wanted to let you know something nice I do for my mom, then I would include this part at the end. But this part at the end is not necessary. This part is. This part before the conjugated verb certainly is. Must have it there. So yo digo la verdad. I tell the truth. To whom do I tell the truth? I tell the truth a ella. Now you can see a ella is her or she, right? But if I say I tell the truth to her, well, I could just take this off. It still means I tell the truth to her. But if I wanted to say mi amiga, now it's I tell the truth to my friend. We still are referring to her, and that's why we keep the indirect object pronoun in there. But again, if we just wanted to say to her, we would just keep that part out and it would mean to her. And this could actually just disappear. You see that? So I'll leave that in there. Okay, yo le doy el libro a Juan. I give the book to Juan, right? So yo doy el libro, I give the book. A Juan, this is very specific, right? To a person in particular. Who did you give the book to? Yo le doy el libro a Juan. Or if I wanted to put this in the past tense to say I gave the book to Juan, I would say yo le di el libro a Juan. So if I said yo le doy or yo le di el libro a él, you wouldn't know I gave it to Juan. I would just be saying I gave it to him, a él, right? All right, so hopefully that makes sense. This le has to be in there. But this end part is only necessary like to whom you did it for or to whom you helped or whatever, only if it's unclear. Okay, so here's a couple more examples of how to say you did something for them. So nosotros, we escribimos cartas. We write letters. To whom did we write the letters? A los hombres, to the men. And so that's like ellos, saying them, right? So les is the pronoun that would go with that, the indirect object pronoun. If you already knew we were talking about the men and which men we were talking about, you would just say nosotros les escribimos cartas. We write letters for them. So that's just saying them, right? But if we say a los hombres, now you know specifically that I'm talking about to the men, right? This part could come off if you already knew. Same thing for this, right? A ellos is to them. So we tell them the time because nosotros decimos is we tell. La hora is the time, the hour. Okay, and then les would be to them. Now, this could totally come off. This isn't necessary at all, right? But if I wanted to say, instead of a ellos, I wanted to say like a los estudiantes, then yes, you would need it if you didn't know that we were already talking about students. Okay, same thing for to me. Teresa gives me the camera, right? We really don't need this at all. It only just makes it more formal. That's the only reason I'm showing it to you, but this part is not necessary at all. Ella te dice la verdad. She tells the truth to you, right? And so there you see it there. And then here's one with nosotros. Ustedes dicen. So you all tell the story to us. Ustedes nos dicen el cuento. That sentence can end there. And very rarely, I mean, in only the most formal situations or for emphasis, would you add this part at the end. Yo os digo la verdad a vosotros. So I tell y'all the truth. And that's all there is to it with indirect object pronouns. So just remember it comes before the conjugated verb and it answers the question to whom or for whom something is done.